Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included here in the Ultimate Base 4.0. In the previous episode we enabled the somnium synthesizer. We don't quite have enough dreamers yet to keep the buff up for a really long time, but it still means our colony just improved dramatically. What I would like to do in today's episode is kind of start securing the portion towards space, maybe try out a couple of materials, which ones will be better to hold off the meteorites before we have enough materials to set up a layer of bunker tiles. But yeah, essentially I finished my liquid lock here, so we can start digging up some of the outside here. And I'm especially interested in the regolith, of course. Also, let's see, we have some sedimentary rock here, so we can just keep going with that material. But what I would like to see is a little something like this. And then someone in the comment section mentioned that regolith asteroids or meteorites cannot damage the airflow tiles. But this is not the only type of asteroid we're getting far more destructive ones. But yeah, we're still gonna test this out and just set up a layer of airflow tiles here. And then furthermore, I would like to get all the way up in order to see where the border exactly is. It's probably, well, it's right there, honestly. But still, I just want to make my way up for now. And of course, on the way, I'm gonna attempt to grab some regolith. When it comes to radiation, we get 125 rats a cycle, which translates to, oh, already 13 rats, just working a little bit outside. Yeah, but it's not that dramatic. Like the other planetoid is much worse. Is it really much worse? Yeah, here it's 187 rats. Now I just see my pump here is already starting to struggle. This is not good. I probably want to make a separate system for this. Oh well, it can wait a little bit. I just see that all of this new oxygen is now coming over slowly. Let's just say for now, we do not mind that the buff is on and off every now and then. It's just going to be annoying for the duplicants, but not really for us. Oh guys, you gotta be careful. Wait. Can you still make your way back? Nispet with 26 rats. Okay, we shall be fine. I'm gonna keep going over a little bit at another ladder piece right here, and this should allow us to dig up the entirety of this shebang. Okay, right here we actually have the border. I certainly want to go down, let's say, about 5 blocks before we have the top tile. This is going to allow me to set up some infrastructure here on the top in order to mine the meteorites and also collect everything. And then on the other side, I still have enough space to set up a proper rocket system. Let's see, this is probably about 30 to 40 tiles should be fine. Yeah, honestly, it's going to come down quite a bit, the rocket system. Maybe we have to build it on this side in order to even have enough space, because right here we have the teleporters and this is a really close call. Looks like I got my 4th dreamer here, Catalina, with 4 athletics so far. Cannot do cooking, decreased medicine. Yeah, that's all fine. Let's go ahead and print her. We already have a pre-made costume here, the pajama. Let's make sure, Katarina, where are you? Oh, woo, woo. That's a little bit fiddly. And then also within skills, I'm gonna get into improved carrying. Dreamer 2 also got a skill point. Gonna assign that. You're gonna be Dreamer 4, all right. I'm actually gonna allow her to first equip the costume while still being in an active schedule. There it is, equipped. Now you can go into the correct schedule down here. Dreamer 4. What are you doing? Okay, and that means she goes right to sleep. Wonderful. 4 dreamers, that should be good. Let's have a look at that. 1,100 seconds left so far. At this rate, we might not even get all the way down to 0 before we have enough dreamers. I also would like to test building some igneous rock tiles, and then maybe we're just gonna have a couple of layers beneath it to block more of the radiation and so that we can work safely. I think the best thing we can do right now is just build like 3 tiles in a row here, so that when a duplicant uses the ladder shaft, they are already safe in terms of radiation. I'm just really curious whether or not we're gonna need the insulated tiles if they block a little bit more radiation. Actually, maybe that is something we can see in the properties. No, it says radiation blocking 0 for the both of them. Does it even say anything for other materials? Maybe it only says it once it's actually built. And then maybe at this point, I also would like to see a storage bin that I'm gonna fill up with igneous rock so we have an easier time building everything. By now, I feel like setting up another pump here for the somnium synthesizer, and we're just gonna do that right here next to our oxygen production system. If we catch a little bit of natural gas or carbon dioxide, I don't even mind, because it looks like it's just getting destroyed. So all I really have to do is bring this down. Do I have a preference? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down this way. And then we just enter this pipe and kind of help out the pump here at the bottom. That seems easy and straightforward enough for me. Okay, now that we build it, yeah, radiation blocking 56% with the normal tile and 60% with the insulated tile. It's not much more. So in my opinion, it's not worth it to go for double the amount of materials. We're just gonna use normal tiles. And if I set this to priority 9, this one to 8, and this one to 7, I should be able to build them all. Then we're gonna build a ladder just going over into both directions. And then it's basically all about radiation blocking, so we can really take care of the surface here without harming our dupes with radiation sickness. Now, of course, every time we get a meteor shower, a lot of this is gonna be destroyed, but it's just gonna make it easier for us to collect the meteorites. I'm also gonna do that into the other direction. And now if we check the radiation here, after putting down 3 tiles, it's just 8 rats per cycle, so it's gonna be no issue for our dupes whatsoever. And that also means now they're pretty safe here on the ladder, where they're gonna spend a lot of time. Good, I want to say we're gonna make the switch to regolith. Right now I have 0 kilograms of sand, totally missed that happening, but we have 25 tons of regolith, which is absolutely amazing. Oh, I just see I starved my system here of the polluted dirt since I'm storing it here in these storage bins. That's not good. And also, instead of sand, we're now, well, regolith is already registered here. I kind of want to make sure that we prioritize building the top portion here instead of the ladders. And yeah, building this now makes it much easier with the igneous rock nearby. Nisbet can just go to town, and she's still far away from a major radiation sickness. They shouldn't really complain about a minor sickness. Come on, it's just minor. I had to move the pump over slightly. I was picking up way too much polluted oxygen, but this way I'm mostly picking up the oxygen more than 90% of the time. I also increased the amount of deodorizers now that we have a steady source of filtration medium, and this is just going all the way down. I removed the other pump, and you can see this is now pretty much constantly filling up the machine. So now we can focus a little bit on finishing the rest of this, going all the way over from one side of the map to the other. Okay, looks like Dreamer 3 wasn't capable of eating in time. I think I need to assign the mess tables. This should be the Dreamer's mess tables. So I'm just gonna say this is gonna be Dreamer 3, then this would be Dreamer 2, and this will be Dreamer 1. OCD. Okay, let's go Dreamer 1, Dreamer 2, and Dreamer 3, and Dreamer 4. And then maybe it would be in my best interest to kind of pump out the hydrogen from this room finally. It doesn't really go up quickly enough on its own, so we can just bring this up over and maybe release it right there. I also would like to see the same settings here on the refrigerator, and then also the beds. This should be Dreamer 1, Dreamer 2, Dreamer 3, and Dreamer 4. And now Dreamer 3 is actually eating. Okay, she even snatched some barbecue. Little booger. Actually, it looks like now I cannot reach the sublimation station. That is interesting. Yeah, I need a ladder piece like right there. I always thought they could reach 2 tiles here, and there we go. Okay, that did the trick. Wonderful. Good, now we're pumping out the hydrogen out of the base. This should then push the oxygen up, and it's gonna be much easier to produce the journals for my dreamers. We even got some more skill points for them. Rocket piloting for you, and then suit sustainability. Very nice. In the meantime, we're making good progress here on the top. If we just get meteorites every 15 to 30 cycles, then I am not too worried about having to actually maintain and repair it. I'm also gonna open up this part here in order to get access to the top, and it shouldn't be on the same part as my ladder. Okay, nice. We're now inside the breathable area, barely, but it is working, so that is good to know. There's not gonna be any more sleep delays. Unfortunately, we're still gonna lose this first buff here, but then we're gonna accumulate another 25 journals. It's no problem. As a matter of fact, what we should do now is probably decrease the priority, so the journals we're already acquiring are not gonna be wasted. We're just gonna allow this to go down to 0 once. And then all we need is a 5th and maybe 6th dreamer. We'll see how many we exactly require. Now, looking at everything, I imagine my rocket stuff to be on the right side, as mentioned, but then my ultimate worker base is gonna be on the left side, including the teleporter system. That still means this teleporter is a little bit too close for comfort. I should figure out the maximum height of the largest rocket so that we can accommodate for that. Now we're gonna lose the buff. And maybe we don't even have to input another 25 journals. I thought we did. I also think what I want to do is combine this pipe here with the upper portion, because we always struggling to keep enough oxygen in our suits. All we need to do is get this up here and then connect it to this pipe, and it's gonna combine with the other two and still supplement the oxygen system. We should still be able to keep up with the somnium synthesizer, at least in theory. There it is, the connection. Yeah, that's gonna make it much better, hopefully. We're almost done here at the top. I think I'm just gonna go for 2 layers. The third one would be a little bit annoying to build. And we only get about 20 rats per cycle this way. And now the top portion here is pretty much safe to disassemble, which I'm probably gonna do right now. Okay, it appears the maximum height of a rocket can be 35 tiles, which means I want to leave 35 tiles as of this point free. That would go all the way down to here, okay? And that means right here, I would want to set up my rocket platform. Hold on, I wanted to do this on the other side. That means right here would be my first rocket platform. Maybe let's go ahead and research that. There it is, rocket platform. It is just 1 research away, even a simple one at that. And then I guess I also want to start digging away the rest of the terrain. Should be quite a quick job like this. Another ladder structure over here. We're gonna sacrifice the gases and critters in there, as long as we don't breach through to the actual base here. Okay, by now we're also pumping up a lot of oxygen. I think I am moving the pump up to the next level, and I'm also gonna connect this to a switch so I can shut it off once I'm done. Maybe replace these tiles with airflow tiles, make those gases flow more freely. No, I was actually correct here. We have to fill it up with 25 more journals before it gets started again. But we're totally on it, and now pumping out the rest of the hydrogen here. Wonderful, Gene. Thank you. Research is completed, giving us access to the rocket control station and the platform. I'm gonna build the platform out of cobalt, and it's gonna go right here. Yes. Now the good thing about Ren is that he is more focused on building than digging, so he's doing the ladders first and not dig all the terrain away, getting himself stuck. Honestly, this might be a good idea in general. Just have the digging skill a little bit lower than the building skill. And then the same thing here with Ari. Whenever I have something to build, that should be prioritized. Same thing with everyone that eventually might visit other planetoids. May right here. Who else? Lyra, of course, building no printables. Do we get the next dreamer? Yeah, actually, look at that. Devon cannot do decorating errands and increase the decor morale bonus. Yeah, we should totally go for Devon. I wasn't prepared to already get another one, so let's get another pajama in the joint. Dreamer 2 can get into suit sustainability, and Devon is just gonna get started. I want to make sure this bed here is dedicated to Devon, and then this mess table here. Come on, get out of the way, mess table. This shouldn't be Ari's, it should be Devon's. Devon cannot do anything. Oh, I forgot that with Catalina, aka Dreamer 4. Everything is not permitted. Dreamer 5. Okay, now we're just lacking 1 more, I believe, in order to constantly keep up the buff. How are we doing on food? Excellent fruit should be sent over here. Let me see. Why isn't this being done? Maybe increase that priority slightly. Oh, here we go. Meteorites incoming. Okay, so far these are not destructive. Looks like we're totally fine with the slime here. That isn't gonna destroy anything. So we gotta wait for another type of meteor shower. Wait, Dreamer 4 is starving again. Also, where are my pajamas? Dreamer 5 needs to equip those pajamas. Where is Dreamer 4? Come on, eat something. Yeah, pickled meal should be fine. Of course, the darn major eye irritation gives them -4 athletics. Yeah, that's not good. I think for now I have to increase their downtime schedule. So we're gonna go up back to 5 slots. And then, yeah, we might need more oxygen. This could be a problem. Well, at the moment we have enough regolith. So I'm just gonna set up another system here to supplement what we already have going on. More deodorizers, we can take it. And it seems to be absolutely necessary at this point. Pajamas are coming up. They, yeah, have been stored. I got 2 people entombed here. How? Wow, okay, I see how you managed that. Ah, yes, this is completely stupid. I cannot even get through there. Please free my dupes. Okay, much better. So I think what I'm gonna do is open this up and give them access here in another way, so they don't have to go through the water. Okay, so far so good. We have a plan as to where to set up the rocket silo and as to where to set up the finalized worker base. We should be working on that very soon so that we can slowly but surely transition this planetoid to be an industrial planetoid rather than using up the entirety of the space for the worker base. It's gonna be more pushed over to the sides, and then we can start to disassemble one bit after another to make space for crazy industry and everything we are going to require to supply the hotel. To wrap up the episode, I want to shave off a little bit more of the surface here. So we're going to build over here, but now this is where I'm actually still sucking out the chill. Well, not very efficiently, but we do want to keep a large portion of this still intact. So I'm just going to dig down about 3 tiles over, and this way we should be able to reach the rocket platform as well. But yeah, honestly, the metal refinery, we should be moving that by now. Unfortunately, oil is not something we have access to, though we still have a lot of really cold liquid. I think I'm going to enable the cooling loop now, and even more than that, we might be replacing some of these pipes here with radiant pipes. I think that is a really good idea. Aluminium would be great as a material, and since the cobalt volcano is gonna become active sooner, I'm gonna start here replacing this with aluminium pipes. We are still crafting a little bit of aluminium. Let's actually stop everything else, so we are just focusing on that. You know what, I'm just gonna move my metal refinery setup downstairs. This is absolutely fine. We can do this temporarily right here. Actually, the heavy watt wire is in the way, but there we go. Just get a bunch of tasks going, set this up here, connect it to the wire, and then I'm gonna take a little detour here, bring this in here, and then bring this out again in order to just drop it back into the pool. This is gonna allow us to quickly craft one material after another because we don't have to wait for any coolant to actually cool down. Still gonna leave this one in place for the time being, but we do not really have to be mindful about keeping the terrain in place. And then another thing I would like to see is a layer of obsidian insulated tiles beneath the rocket platforms. Obsidian tiles can take a lot of heat, and therefore it will take time before they overheat, and we might have to do something about it. Ari got himself in huge troubles. Okay, so my plan of building first, digging later didn't add up. They still get themselves in trouble. However, we have some mafic rock here. If we just do that, mafic rock, where are you? Right there. And we prioritize this. Come on, Ari, stop rubbing your eyes. And now you can go ahead, breathe a little bit. Yeah. Enjoy life. Come on. You're too depressing, man. Good. Now, with this metal refinery setup, we should be able to quickly craft 20 pieces of aluminium. Ren hopefully is coming along. Yeah, there you go. Filling this up with aluminium. And of course, right away, it is gonna fill up with more coolant. Nice. Now Joshua is doing the stuff. We are now crafting aluminium, exactly what we needed. And then the hot liquid is going out, and it's eventually gonna heat up everything, but you know, we have plenty of cooling still available. Much better than waiting for the other refinery. Okay, now I gotta do this quickly, just replace these pipes. Therefore, the cooling loop is gonna actively help cooling down these metal tiles for the cobalt volcano. Next activity in 0.6 cycles, we closed it off again, so no dupes are gonna grab that incredibly hot cobalt. Wonderful. I would say with that out of the way, we can wrap up today's episode in Dignity. We've made a lot of progress, and I'm already looking forward to the next one. With that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.